Hey guys, it's Ian, otherwise known as Aussie Tech Racing. Wish I could come to you in a happy mood, but I'm not. My mental, as we all know, I have been for years now fighting mental illness, and it's just getting a bit too much for me at the moment. Let me start off with saying sorry to you all for things I may have said or actions I may have done on or off the track in the past. A lot of this came to where it is now. Really, just a couple of days ago, I was on one of Desi Stig's streams. Now, I've been kind of keeping away from there. You know, I made up with him. Now, this has got no real major issue with Desi, but some of his subscribers are going too far. When I was a kid, I was very badly bullied. It has affected me all my life. And people who say, get over it, well, you kind of people that say, get over it, whatever, are probably the bullies. You're the type of people that would bully others. I'm basically proof that what can happen when you're bullied as a kid can affect you for life, and it has affected me for life. It stripped away any self-confidence I had. And there's a kid in Desi's stream called Damo. I'm not sure. I can only assume he's a kid because he friggin' acts like one. Who constantly, wrong track, do this, do that. I want you to race, do that, race that. And Desi will say no. And the kid will just continue going and going and going. And Desi doesn't seem too fazed by it, but some of your subscribers do get fazed by it. Some people get triggered by idiots like that. I'm going to call him an idiot because he is a friggin' idiot. Now, I went in the stream the other day and Desi was doing a lobby, I think, at Nürburgring, and this kid started going on about, oh no, you use the 24-hour thing, don't use that one because you can't do the pits properly, blah, 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 it's a proper... I'm thinking... It's got more pit bases. Well, it doesn't matter. When you pit, you can have 1,000 cars in that game in pit because it doesn't simulate everyone else in the pits, for God's sake. But he just kept on going on and on. Same thing. The reason why I've been keeping away from his streams for weeks now, because this kid is so annoying. And some of the other, not just him, there's some of the other followers there that are a bit questionable as well. So I just had enough. I said, mate, can you just do what you want. Don't listen to this thing. And then this kid just started going off at me. I already had people say, I block him. I said, yeah, I do block him. But the problem with Desi is that he has it set so it shows all comments on the screen, which doesn't really need to be there anymore because he's racing in VR, so he can't see the comments anyway. So there's no need for the chat to be displayed on the bloody feed. But because he's got chat displayed on the feed, I see every single little word this little says. So it just got enough to me. Then all these others started having a go, oh, why don't you block him? Why don't you do this? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, get a life, you bloody 10-year-old kid. That's that really ripped into me, apparently. Really ripped into me. And Desi didn't stop him. He just let them. Didn't give a shit. And apparently after I left, they still went on about me. And luckily someone messaged me and let me know what was going on. And I just think it's disgusting. You know what? I now think, as much as Desi means well, he needs some moderation in there. He's got no moderators in there, and they just go rife in there. And especially all these kids, and it's annoying. And well, if that's the kind of demographic Desi wants, good for him. If he wants to be the streamer for kids, that's why I perceive, and I've spoken to quite a few people who have stopped watching him for that very reason, that he seems to fester all the kids. Yeah. So that wasn't the only reason. Look, that's just part of the reason why I've made a decision. So yeah, that really upset me the other day. I started watching some streamers who much less subs than me, who've just flown past me now. I go to their streams, I support them, and they've got constant comments, everyone there chatting and everything. I go to mine, I've got 530 subscribers, yet only occasionally will I get one or two come in into the chat. And that's one of the reasons why I did start streaming, was because I wanted just a little community where we could all chat together and have some of the regulars. And I said, shout out to Phil, Andy, Get Lounsey, even the Kiwi guy, German Kiwi, Dion. But you don't come very often anymore, and I can understand. Look, we have life, there's much more important life than watching some fat Aussie playing games on YouTube. But it's also depressing when I do try and do streams and there's just no one there, or you might get 1-2 bits of a chat. There's just no consistency, and it has to be down to me. I'm just so boring. I try and be light-hearted, being fun Aussie, but that doesn't do anything. Yes, I do get a bit aggressive sometimes, and I'm sick and tired of being hit by dickheads on the road. And the driving standards in GT7 are just worse and worse at the moment. I got a penalty for someone hitting me. Yeah. Anyway, look, I admit I have some anger issues. I have a mental issue, and it can be very hard to deal with sometimes. But not having anyone in chat anymore, after sat 500 to 530 subs for the last 2 to 3 years, or 2 years should I say, it's just not worth doing. It's an effort to do a stream sometimes. That's why I stopped doing my OBS proper setup streams. It's just not worth it. You put an effort into doing that and you just don't get anything back in return. And you guys have all voted with your lack of comments. Even if I upload a video, and I reckon I've done some pretty good ones lately, especially some good wins, and it didn't get many comments, Got some views, but no one comments, and it's the comments you want to see. So, that was a good racing, well done, blah, blah, blah. But nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's just not worth the effort anymore. It's just... Sometimes when I feel this way, I'll go and hide all my videos and stuff like that. But now I'm just going to leave the channel there dormant, because yes, I'm saying goodbye. I will still be racing, and if you have me on PSN, feel free to send me a message and say hi. I created a Discord so people could chat, but even there, no one chats anymore. It used to be a little bit of talking, but now it's nothing, it's dead. So I'm deleting the Discord. I'm going to... I don't even know if I have a good... When I have a good race, I'm always thinking, I want to do a video of this and just put it up. Usually what I call pure videos, pure replays. But it's just not worth it. So, yeah, this is a goodbye to you all. You may see me on track. But any more videos on this channel, I very much doubt. So to you, Andy, Phil, Get Lounsey, German Kiwi, something unicorn. Sorry, I can't remember the actual name. Shows you how bad I am. I've got a really bad memory when it comes to names. My favourite unicorn to you at least had the decency to come in and say, left a like, can't stay, all the best for your stream. You always got that politeness to see. If you see me streaming, you always leave a nice comment. That's great. But this is the end. To the rest of you, thank you for being there, chatting every now and then. Again, sorry if I've said or done things that have upset you, or I'm just that boring and not worth watching, again, I'm sorry. I gave it a shot, but it's just not worth it anymore. And it's just, yeah. So to all of you, goodbye.